Hey lighting fanatics, today I have another video for you guys. Man, I have not posted a video to this channel in a very long time, but nonetheless, today I'm going to show you this Sylvania 17W stick compact fluorescent lamp. This is obviously an early integrated ballast CFL of the stick design from the 1990s or early 2000s, but this is kind of an interesting one. Now, Sylvania has another CFL, or had rather, another CFL that looked exactly like this, but it was a 20-watt version. But this is a 17-watt, and that 20-watt version is designed to be a 75-watt replacement. You know, it's designed to replace a 75-watt incandescent and give you the same amount of light. But this one, I have no idea what it's supposed to replace, because this one is 950 lumens. So it's actually kind of right in between a 60 and a 75 watt bulb in terms of light output. So I don't know what Sylvania was thinking making this, if they just made it because they could or what. The closest thing I could think of to this kind of light output would be one of those 67 or 70 watt incandescent energy saving bulbs like the GE Watt Miser or the Philips Econo Watt. But nonetheless, it is still quite an interesting bulb. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a closer look at it here. So on the top, of course, we have our tube here, which is just your typical quad or dual tube, kind of like a PLC lamp. And of course, it is mounted to this plastic housing here, which contains a ballast, an electronic one to be precise. Here's our etch. It's the Sylvania model CF17EL/830. Got some FCC ID there. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 295 milliamps, Deluxe EL, 17 watt. And then here we have just some more caution information in 2 different languages. And I got this at a thrift store a few months back for $3. And of course we have our E26 base here, which allows us to screw it into any old socket, as long as the bulb fits in the fixture. It's not brass or anything fancy like that, but still a nice base. It's got a glass insulator there. Well, anyway, now that we have taken a look at this bulb, it is time to screw it in and turn it on. So I have my socket here. We're going to screw it in. Of course, we're going to screw it in from the plastic base and not the tube, to prevent the tube from cracking or weakening the cement there that's holding the tube in place. And I'll be right back after turning the lights off. Alright, the lights are now off. We do still have some coming in through the window, but it's barely anything. So go ahead and turn this bulb on in 3, 2, 1. And I don't know if you caught that on camera, but it kind of flickers a little bit when it turns on, which leads me to believe it's some kind of resonant-start ballast in there, or rapid start, whatever you want to call it. But it does need to warm up a little bit, so I'll give it a few seconds here to do so. Alright, it should be at around full brightness now. You can see some pretty nasty blackening there at the tube ends. This has obviously had quite a long life, but it still works perfectly, which is of no surprise. These older CFLs last a very long time, unlike the LEDs of today. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and move the camera up here, where we have some stuff to look at. You can see just how bright this bulb is. You can also see the weird shadow effect there that you get from these stick CFLs. That's just because, you know, you have that gap there between the phosphor there and nothing. So you kind of get that shadow there. There's just no light being emitted, especially at the top there. You can see where there's no light right there. and you get that kind of cross pattern. Well, anyway, it's definitely pretty bright. Say it's definitely around equivalent to a 60-watt bulb. It's probably lost some lumens over time as it's been used. So it's probably a little bit closer to a 75-watt bulb when it was new. And it does have an incredibly nice color to it. Of course, it's 3000K. It's warm, but it doesn't have as much of a yellow tint as the 2700K CFLs like most of the warm white ones are. It's a pretty nice color. This would be very nice in like a bathroom or something where you want that warm tone, but you also want a little bit better color clarity and just better looking whites. Here we have some stuff to look at for color rendering. It's not bad. Of course, this is using an 800 series phosphor, or tri-phosphors, whatever you want to call it. So it's not going to be that fantastic of color rendering. It's just going to be kind of meh. It's okay. It's nothing special. But it does look pretty good. A lot better than the halo phosphate. Colors are bright. They don't look washed out at all. But it's nothing special. Here's some more stuff to look at. And we'll come right back here and come back down. We'll go ahead and turn this bulb on and off a couple more times just so we can see that start up again. There you go, you can see it flicker there. I don't know if that's an artifact of it being so well used and more hard to start, or if that's actually how the ballast is designed to start the lamp. My guess is that it's how the ballast is designed to start the lamp. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and turn it off for good here, and I'll turn the lights back on. Alright, I am back, and it is time to unscrew this bulb. We'll go ahead and take a closer look at it here one last time, just in case there's anything else you want to look at it again. There's the etch and the plastic base, and the actual base there. Well, there you have it, the Sylvania 17W stick CFL. Well, if you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to leave a like down below, feel free to leave a comment, and if you want to see more cool lighting videos in the future, be sure to subscribe. See you next time.